All right, what's up, everybody? Hold on. Let me do this right. All right, what up, everybody? This is your boy, Billionaire Brown. This is the Billionaire Brown Experience podcast. Thank you for tuning in today, guys. You could have been anywhere in the world. You could have been listening to that garbage on the radio, or you could have been listening to some other non-productive podcast that's out there. But you came here, and for that, my job is to just give you something of value to make it worth your time. All right. So what I want to clear out the air before we get this thing started is I want to let you guys know this is not one of those episodes where I want you to take notes. Right. I don't want you to write nothing down. Let's create a moment real quick. We're going to create a moment real quick. Put your pens and papers down. For those of you driving, focus on your driving. Just let this hit your subconscious. For those of you that are in the gym working out, just let this hit your subconscious. I don't want to take you away from what you're doing. I want to fit it right in. I'm going to talk to your subconscious real quick. So today we're talking about a win-win situation from my perspective. All right. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to rate yourself on a scale from 0 to 10. Now, when I say rate yourself from a scale from 0 to 10, I'm specifically speaking about what is your value to the marketplace. And I'll just touch on a little bit what I'm talking about, right? You know how all of us, I don't care who you are, at some point in your life, maybe even right now, you've been an expert at rating other people. I don't like the way they do that. I don't like the way that they look. I don't think that person's going to make it. You got to do it this way, right? We've done that, right, to others. All right, some of us are in management positions. Some of us are entrepreneurs, and it's very profitable for us to assess other people. But what I've learned is that to reach our full potential or to get anywhere even close in our lifetime is very important that we do some self-assessment of ourselves, right? So I want you to rate yourself on what do you rate yourself as far as value in the marketplace on a scale from 0 to 10? All right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you out and give you a few different characteristics that you need to consider before you give yourself a real number. All right, so I'm talking about characteristics like focus. These are the type of qualities and the type of characteristics that help someone, or it's an accumulation of a whole bunch of things that make valuable people to the marketplace valuable. Right? So focus is one. Another one is confidence, integrity, inspiration, passion. And there's about 10 more that I'm going to get to, but I just want to, when we're talking about passion, I remember when I was working in corporate America, and I was doing collections for American Express. And it was one of those rare jobs that I've ever had in my lifetime that I really didn't like the day-to-day routine. And I used to sit at my desk, in my little cubicle, and I would draw these little inspirational things. Nothing that I would give away to a friend, because I'm not, Pablo Picasso, right? But I used to draw these things. They were very inspiring to me. I would draw birds, I would draw ocean, I would draw clouds, and then I would put like positive words like focus, confidence, integrity, and I would put that all in a picture, and I would do that like every day. But one day that I got really frustrated at work, I actually wrote down my thoughts, and by writing down my thoughts, it became a poem. Right, so it was called Passion. It was, if you want to know when I actually wrote this, a lot of you guys heard me say it, whether at a seminar that I was hosting, or you heard it through my YouTube channel, some of the old fans. You may have heard it there, but it's called Passion. It goes like this. My passion is like life itself. What I put in, I get out. I speak as if my words were CPR to someone at a loss of words. Well, maybe at a loss of greatness. I can't draw, but I'm great with words. I can't fly, but I love the birds. Don't you see the two, how it's all tied in? I can't fly, but I love birds. But just think, ain't I still flying? See, that's the type of stuff that makes you want to think, but you can't think for too long because your life is gone in one blink. If you don't believe me, you could turn on the news. As people getting shot, diseases, suiciding over the blues. Yeah, I know me too. I've had my share of hard times. So hard, I'll swear I'll be waking up surrounded with white lines. But God pulled me through. You see, he's like my best friend. When I fall, he picks me up and says, Demetrius, go back at it again. But back to my passion, you see, is based off my falls. I just read the other day, Air Jordan, he missed 9,000 balls. 9,000 balls, I mean 9,000 shots. You see, even I mess up too. Air Jordan, he missed 9,000 shots. 9,000 shots in 9,000 ways. I recently realized I've been here for a little more than 9,000 days. If Thomas Edison was here, he would say something like, Demetrius, you figured out how to be unsuccessful in 9,000 days. You know, the ups and downs and the confusions of life, it makes one constantly wonder, am I doing this right? It's during those wondering times when you must pull out your passion, because the passion that I have, it leaves no room for ration. Some of the other characteristics that I want you to consider as you're rating yourself on a scale from 0 to 10. Again, we had focus, confidence, integrity, inspiration, passion, patience, authenticity, open-mindedness, personableness, positivity, generosity, communication, accountability, resources, and then, of course, network. And some of you, like me, believe that old saying, your net worth, when you look at it, it's going to really be an accumulation of your network. So network is something that you need to consider when you're rating yourself on a scale from 0 to 10 as far as valuable. How valuable are you to the marketplace? Let me give you a quick example of a win-win, right? Here it is. The truth of the matter is, and I love doing this, man. I got an opportunity tomorrow. I'm going to actually be in front of a group of sales beasts. I have to do a presentation. And they don't know this, but I wanted to give it to you guys first. Because I wanted not to give it to you guys. You guys know, I don't know when these episodes be coming out, but I wanted to record it first. One, to, I guess, prepare and practice. But for two, to make sure that you guys get it as well. Like, you guys are tuning into this show more than I ever thought when I first started this podcast. So here's the deal. When you rate yourself on a scale from 0 to 10, whatever your real number is, the people that's on your team, the people that's in your organization, the people that's in your business, the people that's in your community, right? The people that's in your network, they need to know and they need to see what your number is. They need to see that. Why do they need to see that? Because again, we're talking about a win-win situation. There can't be little teams within a team, right? The overall goal is a team. You may have different mentors and trainers and supervisors, but it should all, the most successful companies, they're all just one company. There's not little companies within a company. So whatever your real number is, we need to know, right? We need you to know that. We need you to know that number. On a scale from 0 to 10, you need to know that number, and we need to see that you are that number. Why do we need to do that? Because in your heart, if you know you're a 6, but you act like a 10, your behaviors won't match, and eventually you'll be exposed. I'm going to say that again. Because in your heart, if you know you're a 6, but you act like a 10, your behaviors will not match, and you will eventually be exposed. All right, here's what I want you to do now. Now I want you to pick up your pen and paper and finish talking to your subconscious. Now I want to talk to you real quick. Write down on the middle of a paper, a blank paper, write the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a singular line, starting from up to down. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I want you to circle the number 6. Because again, this number isn't something that I need to know. I can see what your number is. I can pretty much guesstimate after hanging with you for more than about 3 to 5 minutes talking to you. I can have an idea, give or take a number I know around what your number is. And once you know what your number is, you'll be able to do the same exact thing. All right, so you circled the number 6, right? Now here's the thing. In most cases, 6s gravitate towards 5s so that they can act like a 10. When they ever go to a 7 or above, they must act their number. Right? So, again, circle that number 6. And they say if you put a room full of people in a room, let's say you put a room of 1,000 people in a room. Got 1,000 people in a room, you're going to have people from all different numbers, 0 all the way to 10, in this one room. Zeros are obviously individuals that are very close to acting on suicide. Some of those lower numbers are depression, people dealing with narcissism, mental illnesses. You also have those people that are extremely successful. I mean, they can't turn away from success. Success comes to them. If you're a 6, it's very important. Again, what I'm talking about is very important for us to know our number, because if you're a 6, there's nothing wrong with being a 6. The only thing wrong with being a 6 is acting like a 10. Because again, naturally, the only way that you'll be able to act like a 10 if you're a 6 is if you're around 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, 1s, and 0s. If you're a 6 and you're around 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, you're going to need to humble yourself, which is something that's very difficult for most of us, right? Because most of us want to act like we're a 10. But like I said before, I don't care what your number is, whether if it's a 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 2. Once you know whatever your number is, you can always move forward if you make the decision to want to move forward. If I'm a 3, I'm going to accept that I'm a 3 and I'm going to figure out, what do I need to do to become a 4? If I'm a 5 right now, if I'm a 5, I got to figure out, what do I need to do to become a 6? And the easiest way to do that is to hang and gravitate. It's not going to be easy because naturally we gravitate towards people that we feel better than, right? If you're a 6, you're going to automatically gravitate towards a 5, 4, 3, 2. If you're a 3, you're going to naturally gravitate towards 2s and 1s. So what I'm asking of you is not simple, but it's easy once you know what your number is. What do I want for you to get from this? All right, what do I want you to get from this? I want you to get this one thing. When you finish listening to this episode, I want you to know what your number is. I want you to know what your number is. On a scale from 0 to 10, I want you to rate yourself on how valuable you honestly are to the marketplace as of right now. Hashtag be honest though. And in closing, I want to share a concept with you that was shared with me. Many of you know one of my great mentors. He forwarded my first published book, Silver Dollar ebook. Most of you have. If you don't have, you can send me an email at billionairebrownonline@gmail.com. I'll get you the details. Depending on when you hear this, we may even have a free giveaway, so I don't know. But you could just send us an email at billionairebrownonline@gmail.com. Les Brown, mentor, family friend of mine, earns over $225,000 an hour. It wasn't always that way. I mean, those who know Les Brown, Mamie Brown's baby boy's story, you know that this guy started out homeless. People and doctors identifying him and labeling him educably mentally retarded. I mean, I remember the days he was getting paid $50,000 an hour. He came on the podcast the last time he was on, and he was sharing with us what it takes to make $225,000 an hour, and what responsibility